Okay. Hey guys. So today I thought I'd try something a bit different and show you kind of my mixing process when it comes to vocals. So a little disclaimer before we start. It's just that these are just little tips that might help if you're a bit stuck, but they're not necessarily, like must-dos for every situation. If something doesn't sound right, then it's probably not right. Um, but I just figured I'd show you these things that I tend to do with this style of music, and it tends to work. Um, yeah, anyway, so this is just my vocals without any kind of processing with the track. Here we go. Is it meant to be? Does it have a reason? Cool. So it's pretty good. It was recorded kind of pretty close mic'd. I was about 10 centimeters away from the mic, and I used a pop shield, and so it's pretty good. But here's how we can make it even better. So I did some EQ first, and so what I did was I just took out the low end with a high pass. So if I take this out and I play, you'll be able to see kind of what is there. Is it meant to be? So there's quite a lot there. But if I actually just solo that part, and I'll solo that. Like, there's a tiny bit there, but there's not really much that's useful, you know. So if I take that out, so I tend to just cut that out. And then, just to open the vocals up a little bit, I recently learned that kind of in the high mids, there's there's a nice trick that you can do, which is just boost. I think in male vocals it's anywhere between 2 to 3K, but I think it will depend on every voice. For me, I found that through experimenting that if I just boost a little bit around 2800 hertz, it does just kind of have that effect of opening. So if I do a without and then with, so this is without. Is it meant to be? And then with. Is it meant to be? So it's a little difference, but I think with all of these plugins, it's going to be the little combination of all these smaller things leading to a bigger difference. So within the mix, I'll play with and without and then with. Is it meant to be? And then with. Is it meant to be? Just opens it up slightly, which is good for clarity and anything with lyrics. You want to really hear all the words. So next I add some compression, and I don't do loads here. I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of still learning, but I tend to set the attack quite low just so I can hear the compression working, I guess. But I'll make sure that the threshold isn't too low either, just so it doesn't sound like it's really, really squashing it. I don't want to be taking too much gain. So this is without. Is it meant to be? So then with. Is it meant to be? So you can see that was like 2 dB of gain reduction, which isn't a lot, which is quite good. I think I quite like that sort of natural sound, and but I guess a little bit is important, especially with a natural performance. um, where there might be some dynamic range, but I think the clarity of the vocal is really important. So just a little bit. I think it's just finding that sweet spot. But again, whatever the genre of music is, it might depend how much compression you need. Yeah, so that's that. And then I add a little bit of delay. When I say a little bit, like tiny, tiny bit, I literally have it on 1% on both sides. So it's a stereo delay, and I think the idea is just to give it a bit more body, the vocals, a bit more body in the mix. So on the left side, I've kind of got, flip, what are they called? I got crotchets, and then I got quavers on the right hand side. And so what I did, kind of just, it's not straight on crotchets. I just move it a little bit, just so it doesn't fully sync up. I just find it makes it slightly bigger. Yeah, and then same with this. I'll just move it a little bit towards the crotchets. Yeah, and then on both sides, I take out anything below 200 hertz just to tidy the mix, I think. And the feedback, I'll take it back on the crotchets just so it sounds like I've got an even delay happening on both ears. So if I solo, because this really is very, very subtle, but so without, is it meant to be? And then with, is it meant to be? Is very, very subtle, but with headphones, you can hear it when it's solo. But again, it's just these very subtle things that add up. So finally, I just add the bus reverb, and this reverb is on everything. What am I using? I'm using Chromaverb, and I just use it because it's really pretty. Like, is it meant to be? I like all these little things. I'm using big, clean, big room. Yeah, and it's just, I tend to add less reverb on the main vocals, just because I find that the more you add, the more far away it sounds. So is it meant to be? It kind of sounds further away, right? And does it have on something that is further away? Let's see. I think like the backing vocals, I've got it much higher. I've got the reverb set much higher, just to give that illusion of a room, like all of these layers are all individual people playing in a room. Yeah, so with everything, I'll do a little A-B. So this is with nothing. Is it meant to be? Does it have a reason? Okay, and this is with everything. Is it meant to be? Does it have a reason? Cool, and yeah, so that's kind of it. I mean, this is quite a sparse song, like there's not a whole lot going on. So I think these tricks will really help when working in a slightly bigger mix, with more things going on, and you can add a little bit more of each thing. So with the EQ, you can add a bit more dBage on that high mids part, and same with the compression and the delay and everything. But I've kept everything very, very light touch, just because I find that I can get away with it, and it's all about just capturing the performance at the end of the day. And yeah, this is just to help deliver that. So hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.